Hello friends, it is a database management system assignment 2 of NPTEL course in January 2020. Now coming to the first question. The question is, consider the following relation schema. There are three schemas are given: customer, restaurants and reservations. And here the question is, select the SQL query that displays the address of the customers. Okay, it is required to display the address of the customers having reservation in at least two restaurants. Reservation in at least two restaurants. Okay, and there are four queries are given, and these are the four queries. And among the four, which is correct, we have to find it. Now look at each of the option. First, try to eliminate some of the options. I will start with option D. Select a distinct address from reservation as R1, reservation as R2. So means here it is selecting the tuples or result from reservation table itself and taking two aliases of reservation R1 and R2. But first understand what is required. Address of the customer is required. Address of the customer is there in the customer table, but in option D there is no customer table used, so that option D is incorrect. Similarly, I can say option C is also incorrect because option C is also on reservation R1, reservation R2. It is not using customer table to produce the address. So option C and D are eliminated. Now look at for option B and option A. In option B, customer, reservation, reservation, and here some join conditions are mentioned. Here similar query, some join conditions are mentioned. And among these two queries, just you find the difference between option A and option B with respect to the last sentence. Here R1 RID equal to R2 RID. Here R1 RID equal to R2 RID. Now we have to decide which option is correct. For explaining this, I would like to show you with some sample data. Okay. Now just try to understand. I'm showing you one sample data. Here we have customer table because we wanted address of a customer. Because address of a customer, here I will be taking ID and address. Say assume I do have three customers, 1, 2, 3, and with address A, B and C. Okay, some addresses I have taken, three customers. And here there are reservation table is required, so that I will be taking some sample reservation table. Here this is reservation table R1, this is reservation table R2, because in both of the queries two instances of a reservation is selected. And here instead of writing all attributes in the reservation table, just I will be writing only needed attributes. Look, R1 ID is required, R2 ID is required, so that here I am writing reservation ID. Okay, reservation ID. Here this is a reservation ID and it is ID of a customer. Both I am taking. This is ID of a customer and reservation ID of a customer. See here, reservation R1, reservation R2 specify there are instance of reservation is R1, another instance of reservation is R2. Instance means a snapshot of a table at a particular instance of a time. At this particular time, assuming customer 1 means customer 1 having reservation ID 9, customer 1 also having one more reservation, say 10. Okay, means customer 1 having two reservations. Because the question is to find the address of the customers having reservations in at least two restaurants. Okay, at least two restaurants. See here I am calling RID is a reservation ID, or else I can call it as a restaurant ID. It means customer 1 have a reservation to restaurant 9 and customer 1 also have a reservation to restaurant 10. And customer 2 have a reservation to restaurant 2 and customer 3 do not have any reservations. Because R1, R2, two instances, I'll be taking same instance here also. 1, 9, 1, 10 and 2, 10, customer 3 do not have any reservations. Now coming to option B. In option B, what it is selecting, customer ID equal to R1 ID, customer ID equal to R2 ID, R1 ID, R1 RID equal to R2 RID. Now look at what it is to be verified. Customer ID should be same as R1's ID. See, customer ID 1 equal to 1 matches. Customer ID equal to R2 ID, right? This is also matching. Both are matching. And R1 RID equal to R2 RID, this condition is to be satisfied. Okay, now R1 RID, that is 9, is matching with R2 RID, 9 matching. So that means this condition also to be matched. Because all the conditions are matched, this customer address A is in the output. Means this is finding the output, that address of the customer is A. Okay, now it is to be true even for the customer 2. Look at here, just for understanding. R1 RID equal to customer ID matching, customer ID equal to R2 RID, this is also matching. And second condition is R1 RID equal to R2 RID, this is also matching. Means R1 RID equal to R2 RID, this is also matching. So that this customer address B also in the output. But observe friends, here customer 2 having only one reservation to restaurant 10, customer 2 having only one reservation to restaurant 10. Still customer 2 address is in the output. But what we wanted, the customers having reservation in at least 2 restaurants, but here this query is giving an output even if the customer having reservation for even one restaurant. But question is for at least 2 restaurants, so that option B is incorrect. So what is left is the answer. Okay, for clarity, we will understand even this also. Now look at, according to the question, what output it is to be expected. Customer 1 address A only be in the output. Customer 1 address A only in the output. Okay, it should only be in the output. Because it should only be in the output, B should not be in the output. So I will be showing with B. What are the conditions? Customer ID equal to R1 ID. Here 2 equal to 2, this is matches. Customer ID equal to R2 ID. 2 equal to 2, this is matches. For this matching row, what is the next condition? R1 RID not equal to R2 RID. But here 10 not equal to 10, condition is false. Condition is false means this customer 2B not going to be selected. So that this is not in the output. Fine. Okay, one thing. The customer who have 0 reservations for the restaurant will not be in the output. 1 reservation for the restaurant, not in the output. But question is for at least 2 restaurants. Look at customer 1A is having 2 reservations to 2 restaurants. Okay, because 2 reservations, this should be in the output. So we'll check it once again. Here, what are the conditions? Customer ID equal to R1 RID, customer ID equal to R2 RID. This is matching. And what is the condition? R1 RID, this is 9, not equal to R2 RID, but this is equal. It is incorrect. But you look, this 1 9 is also matched with this 1 1. Right now, why? Because customer ID equal to R1 ID, this 1 1 matching. Customer ID equal to R2 ID, this is 1 1 matching. And what is the next condition? R1 RID not equal to R2 RID. Here R1 RID is 9, here R2 RID is 10. Okay, it does mean that the customer reservations, when I'm checking R1 RID not equal to R2 RID, it is possible if the customer having more than 1 reservation, means at least 2 reservations. This is condition is going to be true, so that this customer A is in the output. Okay, and similarly it is to be verified with this tuple also. When this is comparing 1 equal to 1 and it is comparing with this one 1 equal to 1, this 10 not equal to 9 condition is true, means again A is in the output. So means A is there for 2 times. But here in the query it is mentioned distinct address. So means because instead of showing A for 2 times, it is to be shown only for 1 time. So who is the customer? A is a customer. having reservations in at least 2 restaurants. So answer for the question is option A. Coming to question number 2, consider the following relational schema: owner, vehicle. Two schemas are there: owner and vehicle. ID, name, address, VID, VName, price, ID. Here ID in vehicle is the foreign key. ID in vehicle is foreign key, means this is an ID, this is foreign key, refers to ID in the owner. Okay, this is foreign key, and foreign key always refers to primary key. Here ID in the owner is primary key. Now question is, select the SQL query that displays the VID of all vehicles owned by Stephen. Owned by Stephen. What is Stephen? Stephen is the name of owner, correct? Stephen is name of owner. And what we want in the output? Select the SQL query that displays VID of all vehicles. VID of vehicles. VID is there in the vehicle table. So means here it requires to write a query which is based on two tables, owner and vehicle. Okay, that is the first thing. And condition is name of the owner should be Stephen. This is the one condition we have to write. Name of the owner is Stephen. And we have to check that owner do have any vehicle by comparing the IDs. ID of owner should be compared with ID in the vehicle table. Now observe each of the query. In the first option, it is from only vehicle given, but this query says it requires to have a data based on both owner and vehicle. So option A directly incorrect because it is given only one vehicle. Sorry, only one table called vehicle. In option B, we have two tables in the from class, owner comma vehicle. And what condition is to be verified? Name of the owner should be Stephen. This is also correct. And we have to check the IDs. ID of owner should be equals to ID of vehicle. But what it is given, owner ID not equal to vehicle ID. But actually here it should not be not equal, it should be equal, then it could be correct. Because it is not given not equal, it is incorrect. Now coming to option C. It is from two tables, owner, vehicle. What are the joint condition? Owner ID equal to vehicle ID. And owner name equal to Stephen. That condition is given. And what it is finding? It is finding distinct VIDs, means no duplicate vehicle IDs are displaying, means it is displaying VID of vehicles owned by owner Stephen. So option C is correct. Look for option D. Again in option D, it is mentioned only one table in the from class, but query requires the output to be found from two tables. So option D is incorrect. So answer for the question is option C. Question number 3. It is given, consider the following instance of a student table. Student is given with some attributes ID, name, address. Now question is, which of the following output are displayed by the SQL query? Now query is given. Select name. This column is selecting. Okay, name column is selecting in the output from student where name not like. Here, observe friends, the question is name not like. Here we are using an operator called like. What is like operator? Like is called pattern matching operator. We call pattern matching operator. This pattern matching operator compares the value name with certain pattern. This pattern matching operator here in this question using a character called percentile. This percentile indicates 0 or many characters. 0 or many characters. Here the question is name not like. Percentile A percentile means before A 0 or many characters, after A 0 or many characters, but the name should not contains the letter A. So this percentile A not equal percent A says the name not contains the letter A. This is one condition. Or here between the two conditions there is an or operator, means either of the condition to be satisfied. And percentile sing says the name of the students ends with the string sing. It is ending with a string sing. Okay, these two to be satisfied. First one, Not contains A because it is containing A, false, contains A, false, contains A, false. It is not contains A, true. First condition I am checking only. Not contains true. Not contains A, true. Fine. Because the where class contains an R condition. Because it is an R condition, either of the condition is true, it will be true. So that Roshan Singh and Smriti should be in the output because these two are satisfying the first condition, and first three tuples are not satisfying the first condition, so that we will check for these three tuples the second condition. What is the second condition? The name ends with a Singh. This is not ending with Singh, this is ending with Singh, this is not ending with Singh. So what names are in the output? Abhay Singh, this is in the output, and Roshan Singh and Smriti. Abhay Singh, Roshan Singh and Smriti is in option B. So answer for the question is option B. Question number 4. Given, consider the following instance: forum, ID member, and some names are given. Forum ID, forum members are given. The question is, what is the output of the following SQL statement? Here you observe there are two SQL query. Select, we call that is outer query, and here open parenthesis is there. Braces, we have some query, we call inner query. So means we have one query in the outer, one query we have in the inner table. Such query is called nested query. Means a query within another query. Means this inner query is there in the outer query. In such queries, inner query is going to be executed first and the result will be given to the outer query. Based on the result of inner, outer will give you final output. So means which is going to be executed first? Inner query. Now observe what is given in the inner query. Select FID from forum where member equal to Ashwin. Now member equal to Ashwin, that FID is 1. So what is resulting in the output? 1 forum ID. And this is forum ID of Ashwin, that is 3, and this is also forum ID of Ashwin, that is 4. So output of inner query is 1, 3, 4. This output will be used by the outer query to find the final output. Now what is there in the outer query? Select a distinct member. It is selecting the member. Okay, it is selecting distinct members in the output from forum where FID in the list. Where FID in the list. What are the FIDs in the list? 1, 3, 4 is there. So that it will verify if FID value of that member is in the list, that member will be in the output. Now look, FID 1 is in the list, so that member Ashwin is in the output. Member Ashwin in the output. And FID 2 not in the list of 1, 3, 4. FID 1 there, that is a name Saurav, SAURAV, and FID 2 not in the inner query. FID 3 it is there, so name Ashwin, it is already there in the output because it is given distinct member. Ashwin already there, will not be shown. Distinct is to eliminate the duplicates because Ashwin is to appear for 2 times. Because distinct is there, it is going to be selected only for 1 time. And then 4, it is already there in the inner query. 4 is Ashwin, Ashwin already in the output. Because distinct, it should not be shown Ashwin for 1 more time. And Jasmine, that is FID 3, it is there in the inner query, so that Jasmine also in the output. So what are the tuples in the output? Ashwin, Saurav and Jasmine. Ashwin, Saurav and Jasmine is matching with option A. So answer for the question is option A. Question number 5. Consider the given relational schema. Transport. There are 2 attributes, city and transport count. Question is, which of the following queries will display names of cities? Name of cities means this attribute is to be selected having transport count, this condition on this attribute, between 10,000 to 20,000. So To verify the transport count between 10,000 to 20,000, we have an operator called between and operator. Means we have to write a condition in a query that between 10,000 and 20,000, so that it will check the transport count for each of the tuple. Is the transport count within the range from 10 to 20k? That condition is to be verified. If it is satisfying this condition, that transport city is to be selected for the output. So means this query can be solved by using between and operator, that is there directly in the option D, because in option D given between 10,000 and 20,000. So it is perfectly right. So we'll go with an option D. And I will tell you why other options are wrong. Option A given in operator. In is used to check whether value is in the list of values that you mentioned in the parenthesis. But in the parenthesis, here it is mentioned 10,000 and 20,000. This is incorrect. Here it is an error in the query. In option B, it is given not in, but here a keyword to is used. Actually, to is not a keyword, so here it is an error. And like is a pattern matching operator. This will not be used for comparison with a range. And here and is used, it is also incorrect. So option A, B, C are incorrect. Correct answer for the question is option D. Question number 6. Consider the relation forum ID member. Select the SQL command that creates a view that enlists the members whose FID is greater than 1. It is to ask to create a view that enlists the members whose FID is greater than 1. Here what is a condition? FID should be greater than 1. This is a one condition. And we have to create a view. For creating a view, we have a command called create view name. So this view name is some user defined name as some SQL query. Here we have to use as keyword so that view contains the output returned by the SQL query that you have written. Now look at option C, option D directly incorrect because it does not use as keyword. Option A and option B. Create view A as select FID from forum where FID greater than 1. This condition is true. Here it is given create view A as select member from FID from forum where FID greater than 1. But observe friends, here it is selecting the members, it is selecting the FIDs. What we want in the output, create a view that enlists the members. Okay, here observe that enlists the members. So because option B is enlisting the members, option A is enlisting the FIDs because question is for the members. So option A is incorrect. So answer for the question is option B. Now coming to question number 7. Here it is given. Consider the following relational schema. There are two schemas are given. One is weather, one is location. Two relation schemas. Now question is find the names of those cities, along with their temperature and condition such that the condition is neither rainy nor sunny. It is neither rainy nor sunny. Neither rainy nor sunny we can specify by using an operator called not in. Means it should not be rainy condition, it should not be sunny condition. Okay, so that this is implemented using an operator called not in. What not in will check whether value is in the set or not. If it is in the set, it returns true, otherwise it returns false. But that is a condition for in, but not in, it is opposite condition. Means the value that you are comparing, what is a comparison condition? Means weather condition should not be in these two lists. Means if that condition is not rainy or not sunny, so that it should be in the output. Now look, directly option A is using not in, option B is not between. Between is used to compare with a range, like from 1 to 100 like this conditions, range of values, we have to use between and. But for this case, between and is not required because I am not comparing with the range. I am comparing with only set of values rainy and sunny. Here in is to say if condition is either rainy or sunny, it should be true. But question is neither rainy nor sunny. In says either or condition. But what is given in the question? Neither nor is given. So option C is wrong. Again option D is wrong. Between and is for range. So what is the correct query? Option A. Question number 8. Here it is given, consider two relations and 4 SQL queries as follows. These 4 queries are on the table weather, location. Weather and location. There are 2 tables. Observe what is query 1. Query 1 is selecting city code and country from weather first table. Observe friends here inner join, location the second table. Condition is city code equal to city code. So means these two are comparing. And inner join will give you only the matching rows. Means this is weather table, this is location table, and these are the sum of the tuples that are matching. Only that matching rows in the output of query 1. Query 2, you observe the same left outer join. Left outer join will give you matching as well as non-matching rows. This is weather table, this is location table. Whatever it may be the type of join will always gives you matching rows. These rows will be in the output. And also non-matching in the left side. In the left side we have weather table. Means non-matching of this left side table also in the output. Option C given right outer join. Right outer join will give you matching rows. These matching rows in the output. And also non-matching rows in the right side table. Means these tuples are in the output. Okay, non-matching rows in the right side table also in the output. And query 4 is full outer join. Full outer join will give you both matching rows and non-matching rows of both the tables. Means these are the matching rows in the output and these are the non-matching rows from the weather table in the output and non-matching rows from the location table also in the output. It means this full outer join contains the output of inner join because it is there, and left outer join, this is also there, and also right outer join, this is also there. Now question is, which one of the queries above is certain to have an output that is superset of the other 3 queries? Now which query output is superset of other 3 queries? Query 4 output is superset of other 3 queries. So answer for the question is option D, that is query 4. Coming to question number 9. Identify strings matched by the following expression. Now what is an expression like? B underscore, here I am writing in a bigger letters, B underscore percentile, again underscore percentile. Okay, so here this is a like operator. Like is used for pattern matching. Here I am writing clearly. The operator like is used for pattern matching operator. So it means it is used to compare the value with a particular pattern. Means whether that value is in the particular format or not, it is to be verified. And this like using 2 special characters. One we call percentile. This percentile indicates 0 or many characters. And also it uses underscore. Underscore is used to specify single character. Means it is used to specify one character. Single character. Now what is the question given is like B percentile, means it is start with B because first letter is B. We can say it should starts with B. After B it should have one character, then maybe 0 or many characters, again one character, there may be 0 or many characters, and this is compulsory right now. Means with B we should have at least 2 characters, means minimum 2 characters should be there. We call after B we require to have at least 2 characters, means all pattern together it should have 3 characters. Now we will go according to the options. Option A given matches all strings that always begin with two B's, but it is given just one B. So option A wrong. Matches strings which contains only B at the second position, but B should be the first position. It is incorrect. Option C says matches all strings that have exactly one B at the end, but B is at the beginning. So option C is incorrect. Matches all strings which starts with B and contains at least two more characters. So it is matching with our discussion because it is starting with B and should have at least two more characters. So answer for the question is option D. Coming to question number 10. The question is, which of the following options is true for the relation R? And here it is given one table, create table statement. The table is example. Okay, this table is example. Having attributes A integer, B varchar 2 of 10, C integer, and D date. It is also given primary key A is a primary key. Foreign key C means C is a foreign key that references R table. Okay, that references R table. Foreign key, and keep in mind friends, foreign key should always refers to primary key. Foreign key should always refers to primary key. Now we have to think about what is true for R. That is a question. Option A given, in the relation R of x, y, c, R of x, y, c, xc is a primary key. X and c together is a primary key. Okay, xc together is a primary key. If xc is a primary key, but c is a foreign key is one attribute here. This one attribute should always map with one attribute of primary key. But here the primary key of R is two attributes. It is not possible. So option A is incorrect. Option B, R of xyc, xc is the candidate key. xc is the candidate key. Here xc is a candidate key. One of the candidate key will become primary key. Then I can call xc is a primary key. So foreign key should always refers to primary key. But observe friends, here foreign key is one attribute, primary key is two attributes, so that option B is also incorrect. Option C, R of xyc and C is the primary key. Here C is a foreign key. Foreign key refers to primary key always. And what is a foreign key? C, one attribute. Here what is primary key? C, one attribute. So foreign key should always refers to primary key. This is a correct statement. So answer for the question is option C. And look for option D, R of xyc. xyc is a primary key, means all three together is a primary key. But foreign key is one attribute. Now again the same reason, primary key is having three attributes. It is incorrect. So what is the correct representation? That is an option C. C is the answer for the question.